Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever part of the world you are in. I hope you are thriving and not just surviving. Welcome to yet another episode of Teen Talks. And Teen Talks is something really, really interesting and exciting because what I call it is the unadulterated version of our future. It's the teens talking directly from their heart and telling us about what they think, what they feel, and and literally expressing themselves without any fears. This also tells us how a future is thinking because these guys are our futures. Um, this episode is all about achievement. A little bit about the topic itself. Achievement is it's tricky. On one hand, sometimes we define ourselves through our achievements. Sometimes we don't really care about what we achieve, but we really care about who we are. Achievements can even move you and give you the purpose of life. And sometimes for people, it can even take away their lives. When they feel that they have failed, they take away their lives. We've heard about so many incidents like these. I have three very, very bright teens with me today, three girls and three smiling girls, and I'm not saying this because they're on the screen right now. We've been having a little bit of chat since yesterday just to build up to this exercise, and I've always seen them smiling. Let me quickly give a quick introduction of them. So I'll start with Brianna is an aspiring DJ. She loves to rock and dance. Also, she loves animals to an extent that she has probably 4 or 5 pets at her
Four
home.
pets, one dog,
Four
two
pets.
hamsters, two parrots, one canary. The list can go on.
Oh my God. All right. So yeah, and the list goes on and they keep coming in. She aspires to be in the world of fashion and fashion marketing, and that's where she's studying towards. She's also a fitness freak, and she pushes her family to stay fit also. Next, I have with me Sana Alavi. Sana is a national junior sprinter. So she won the 150 meters. Is that right, Sana?
400 meters.
400 meters. Oh my God. All right. And she was probably just 12 or 13 at the time, and she was competing under 18. So you can imagine how fast she runs. Sana, please stay there. Don't run away till this episode ends. Right? And she loves to read and write also. And she's very humble about her achievements. She also plays keyboard, and she says, "I'm just an amateur keyboard player." Then I have Shanze, Isa with me. Shanze is somebody who sets the stage on fire. She loves to perform on stage. She performs debates. She's even done a few plays. She keeps trying new things to figure out what her strengths are. That was amazing, Shanze, when I heard that you keep trying new things, you don't stick to one. Or probably you get bored with things very easily, like me, and you want to go try new things. That's what I do, and people tell me I don't have consistency. So let's talk about that in a little while. Great guys, thank you for being on the episode. This was a little introduction about them. Everybody who's online with us and live, please drop your name and which city or country you're coming from, and we would say hi to you. Right, so I'll quickly see who's online. We have David Victor. He's saying can't wait. We have Yvonne Lobo, Brianna. I think that's somebody very, very familiar to you. Mom, she's saying looking forward to this. We have Shaina. Shaina is saying hi from Khairpur, Pakistan. We have Ritvik who's saying wow, that's a lot of pats. We have Beatrice. We have David. We have Ritik. We have Saima Umar, and we have many more people who are online with us. Guys, do say hi to your friends over here as well as
Hey
do say hi
everyone.
to me.
Hi.
Yeah. And everyone who's online, please do say hi to me also. I'm feeling a bit left out right now. All right, great. So let's talk about this. Our topic today is achievement, and I'll start with you, Brianna, just going in alphabetical order. What does achievement means to you personally?
Achievement for me as a person is that level of personal satisfaction that you reach to all by yourself, all because of the hard work, time, and effort that you put in. You fulfill the path of accomplishing something that you took the initiative to do, and there isn't any other feeling that can be derived from anything else like that. That's what I feel.
So it's all about setting a goal, setting a target, working hard
It's
for it, and
everything
achieving
that you
all
do
about
yourself.
you.
It's
Everything that
everything,
you do
yes.
yourself, right? Everything that you do yourself. All right, great. So we have Kiran. Kiran says hi from Karachi, and finally Saima says hello, Noman. Thank you, Saima. All right, let's go a little bit deeper. Sana, what does achievement means to you?
Achievement to me means when you work hard for something, and even if you don't come out on top, you're always happy with your result, and you always keep improving. Even if you think you were the best at what you did, you keep doing it again to improve.
All right. So even if you don't achieve the top position, the pole position, but if you know that you've put in the right effort, that's achievement, right? If you're satisfied from within.
Yeah.
Wow. That's deep, Sana. Can you give me an example of that?
Like the year before last year, I tried out and I got into nationals. But last year I beat my own time, so I was happier with the result the second time instead of the first.
All right. So you were a champion, and then the next year you were not able to make it, but you were able to beat your own time, and you
Yeah,
think that's achievement because you're satisfied that you put in more effort than you did before and you've achieved it. All
yeah.
right, great. All right, super. Brianna, any examples of achievement based on your definition?
For me, I think it would be my weight loss transformation. Coming from Muscat to Dubai, I was pretty overweight. Like, coming to a new school, I was worried about what people would think of me. And so I just decided, this is it. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna push myself, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna look better. And I did. I lost like about 20 kilos, you could say. And
Wow.
I'm still trying to, stay fit and keep that regime up.
Right. So I'm gonna go a counter question here. Was it about what the people would think, or was it about what you
No, no,
really
no.
wanted?
It was for me. I was okay, yeah, I love food and, but for me, I decided that, I want to feel better about myself, you know,
Okay.
be more healthy and fit into all those gorgeous looking dresses and stuff like that. So it was my choice completely.
All right. Great. Shanze, achievement. What does it mean for you?
For me, achievement is to reach a set of milestones with in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, we cannot achieve anything without satisfying our own needs or our own beliefs. Like I
Okay.
have set a main goal in my life, which is to be a successful doctor. I want to wear that certified white gown, and for that, I need to achieve a few milestones to climb up that ladder to reach my main goal. And like right now, my next milestone is to complete my O level examination with flying colors in my science studies.
All
So
right.
that is achievement for me.
All right. So is it just about that white gone? Is it
No,
just going through the university, getting that medical degree? Now you have the white gone on, or is it beyond that?
it's beyond that. It's like I'm satisfied with what I have in my life. And
Okay.
basically, achievement is not always career oriented.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
could be the gains you want in a relationship, in your
Mm-hmm.
personality, your
Mm-hmm.
practices, and the adoption of any habits. It can be anything which satisfies yourself.
All right. So whenever you set a target, whenever you're out to achieve something, you achieve it and it satisfies you. That's when it's such achievement for you. Yeah. Shanza, any example other than the white gone, which is coming in the future very soon? And please make sure if I come to you, charge me a little bit less fee. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So any example, Shanza, from today?
for example, I want a peaceful life.
Okay.
I want a like I just
any
want to
any any and how do you feel from achievements from today when you achieve something that you really set your eyes on? Was it about satisfaction, as you said in your definition?
I think achievement and self satisfaction go hand in hand.
All right, that's amazing. Yeah. So achievement and self satisfaction goes hand in hand. It's something that moves you. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, amazing, Sana. This brings me to the next question, and this is an interesting one because we've seen how people, when they set the targets to achieve things and they're unable to achieve, that's when it becomes troublesome. So, do your achievements define your self worth? If yes, why? And if no, why not?
I think our achievements don't define our self worth, but
Mm-hmm.
the way we deal with our achievements define our worth. Like if we're just
Right.
not going to be happy, even if we lost, that doesn't see that shows that you don't have much of a character. If you don't come out on top and you still are very happy with what you did and all the hard work you put in, I think that defines who you are as a person.
Wow, that's deep. I'm gonna repeat that line. So achievements don't necessarily define our self worth, but how you deal with them defines our self worth. And on this, there is somebody who is, I think you know very well, Asila, you're on. She's saying hi to all. Everyone keeps saying so proud, and we have a few questions coming in. I'll bring it in a little while. Mamuna says, "Good to see such lovely, talented, gorgeous girls. All the best, lovelies." All right. And that's so true. So yeah, Shanze, do achievements. When we set our targets, we want to achieve something. We do feel good about it. So do achievements really define our self worth?
In my opinion, we cannot judge a person's worth according to one's achievements. There
Mm-hmm.
are many hindrances one faces when they have to reach their goal.
Mm-hmm.
And these hindrances vary from person to person, depends on their conditions and their decisions.
Okay.
Some get less opportunities, some get more opportunities. So it doesn't mean that the person is worthless or he's not skillful.
Okay, interesting. So if you set your eyes on something and you're unable to achieve it, just doesn't mean that you're worthless.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. And that would be the next question that I would come to in a short while, Shanza. You've spoken something really interesting, and so did Sana. But Brianna, do our achievements in general in the society, do achievements really define people and the self worth? Do people
I
really
mean,
talk about their failures? They usually talk about what they've achieved, what they've done in life.
I
Even my
mean,
intro about you guys was a little bit similar, right? Yeah.
hmm See, I mean, to a certain extent, yes, they do. The reason I
Mm-hmm.
say this is because it certainly is an important value in a person's life. I mean, after all, it is their personal success and it has more meaning behind it than is often shown to the rest of the world. The hard work put in, the effort taken, the time taken, it's all that particular person's life.
Uh-huh.
So I believe, yes, to a certain extent, it does.
And to a certain extent, it's done that you rightly said achievement is a human value. What happens when we are not able to achieve and we are not able to keep up to that race that's going on?
That
What
doesn't
happens to our
mean
self-worth then?
that doesn't mean you stop there. There's so many opportunities that you can take advantage of and make the best out of them. That's what I believe.
All right. So to an extent, they do define our worth, but then it doesn't mean that you stop that. Sana says that
Yes.
it's not the achievement that define our worth. It is what we do. It is what we do with those achievements. And then
Hmm.
Shanze, you made a point about which brings me to this point. So sort of the opposite of achievement is failure, right? And when we fail, when we are unable to achieve, God forbid, the life goals that we've set to ourselves, and we're not able to achieve them. And then for us adults, I think this is an advice that we would need from you guys, from us adults, right? There's a lot going on right now. A lot of people had a lot of goals, and some of them are not able to achieve them. What would be your advice if we are unable or if we fail to achieve? How should we cope with it? Shanze, let's start from you.
One should stay determined. You should never lose hope. You should stay
Okay.
determined that yes, I can do this, and that will help you go forward.
But I was so hopeful. I tried my level best. I failed. I was not able to achieve my goal. I tried again and I failed and I was not able to achieve my goal. as an adult, what are some of the advices that you would give? What should I do? How should I deal with it?
Stay persistent,
Stay persistent, keep at it.
but
Yeah.
try to brainstorm your decisions again.
Mm-hmm.
See the
Mm-hmm.
possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Stay determined. Be courageous.
That's interesting. So look at what your goals were. Brainstorm your opportunities. Just be courageous and get up and start running again. Sana, what would you say to that? If we've set our targets to achieve, and we're, as adults, if we're unable to reach our targets, what are some of the advices that you would give us?
I think that if we do fail, we have to, like Shanze said, we have to stay persistent, and we should also like try and think out of the box. We have to think what we did wrong and what we did right, and what we should improve and change when we try again.
All right. So something very similar to what Shanzi was saying, right? We should try again. We should see what we need to improve, and then in a way that is also achievement, right? That is also achieving, because I think it all depends on what our inner definitions of achievement is all about. All right. So taking this conversation a little bit forward, and Asila says one either succeeds or learn. There is no such thing as failure per se, and then that's so true, right? And interestingly enough, these are the words that we keep saying as adults, but you guys have made it so simple. You said it very simply. Just sit, look at your options, see what went wrong, and move on. Stop sulking, right? Just get on with life. Is that true?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brianna, what would you say about so you want to be a DJ, you want to be in fashion marketing, and when you achieve all of this, that's achievement in life, yes or no?
Yes, definitely.
And
Because
then
I
what
set
next?
goals.
And then what next?
You continue with that, or you can try out new things, explore. The world is a big place. You can explore so many things.
All right. So once you've set a goal to yourself, you've achieved things. Do you feel when you've achieved them that okay, that's it? Do you feel empty, or you feel full and you want to go for more?
You feel full and you want to go for more. That's, like I said before, that personal satisfaction. It can't be
Mm-hmm.
derived from anything else.
All right. Okay. And this brings me to the next one, right? So we've been talking about careers, we've been talking about future. Sana, what are some of the standards that you set for yourself in terms of achievement? How would you set some standards for achievement in your life? When would you say that you've achieved? What are some of those standards?
Well, see, I set two types of standards. Some are long term and some are short term. Like some long terms for me were to go to nationals, which I was able to accomplish. Some short
Mm-hmm.
terms for me were like to pass my exams with really good grades, to I don't know make new friends, to try new hobbies, to learn new things. So, and also along the lines, when we do start accomplishing things, we also start thinking of more things that we want to achieve, and more,
Mm-hmm.
and we set our standards higher and higher by everything we learn along the way.
Interesting. Do you think that puts us into sort of a rat race? You've achieved one thing, now your standard is even higher, then even higher, and then even higher. Where does the buck stops? What do you think about that?
I think it should stop when you're fully, completely satisfied and happy with one thing that you're doing, like such as a hobby. If you move from one thing to the other and you're finally just happy with what you're doing, you should stop there and enjoy it and take your time with it.
That's interesting, right? Once you've achieved a level where you feel that you've achieved some sort of mastery, stop there and enjoy it. You don't just need to get on with that rat race. So yeah, that's interesting. Thank you, Sana, for something so insightful. Shanze, what are some of your standards of achievement in life? How would you define that you've achieved in life?
First of all, to set standards, I should know what I want and how I want to achieve that thing.
Okay.
And I should self reflect on my current situation
Mm-hmm.
and work out to make it a better version of myself. Like if I want to excel in my medical field, I should know what qualities I should excel in or what
Mm-hmm.
qualities I should improve in myself and
Mm-hmm.
the things I should suppress. And I need to brainstorm my decisions before taking anyone so that I should know that if this decision would give me pain or pleasure so that I do not
Okay.
suffer later.
All right. That's interesting. But don't you think sometimes certain things that give you pain makes you stronger also?
Yes, that's true.
So then what would you say about that?
And I think it depends. If you think you can bear that pain, then it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes when you get pain, you just leave everything. You shouldn't do
Right.
that.
Right.
You should stay focused.
Right.
Nothing should
Right.
ever come in your way. You should keep going. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Right.
Yes.
So the pain should not overcome you. You should overcome the pain,
Yes,
right? Pain's
exactly.
good as far as it doesn't control you, right? Brianna, some standards of achievement for you in your life. How do you set standards for achievement in your life?
For me, see, when you say set standards, I believe to
Mm-hmm.
a point that, almost everyone would want to be the best at what they do or be number one. But then
Mm-hmm.
again, it all depends on how much you as a person is capable of and decisions that you take to achieve your goal. It all depends on you. Yes, there are people with spectacular skills, but they weren't born with it. It takes time, effort to gain all of that. So, it's hard work. Setting standards, yes, I want to become a DJ, I want to become a fashion marketer, but I can't just, okay, learn a few things on the DJ set and, done. I'm set for life. I need to put in extra hard work, extra time if I want to actually achieve what I want.
Right. Interesting. So I think what I'm getting from you guys is achievement is not necessarily the final result. It is the journey itself, right? The efforts that we put in things.
Yes.
That journey should be enjoyable. That journey should, as Shanza said, I look at things, if the journey would give me pain or pleasure, if it's just pain for the sake of pain, then why go through it? And interestingly, we have a question from Riaz. Riaz is a good friend. He's, I think, right now in Karachi. He was in London before. Riaz says, "Why everyone think that achievement is a career goal? Why not looking at what makes them happy and relaxed? See, this is why people keep forgetting social life and living virtually." Interesting, Riaz. Well, for now, I think living virtually is not an option. We're all working from home or in the lockdown, so that's why we are here. But yeah, interesting. I think this is where, Sana, you also mentioned that it's not just about achieving my goals. It's about being happy. It's about doing things that I love doing. Shanza, what do you think about this? Riaz is asking a question. What do you think about this?
I think I mentioned this before that achievement is not always career oriented. It
Hmm.
is it is like a gain in which you are satisfied.
Right. Right. Yeah. And I think that's exactly what we've discussed. All right. Now this brings me to the next point. Hard work, effort, achievement. We define our goals, and um do you think this race for achievement, or this quest for achievement and achieving, is it helping our society move forward, or is it actually harming our society? Sana, let me start from you.
Unfortunately, I don't think most people in our society understand that achievement is not always coming on top.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, like I said, unfortunately, sometimes people get really heartbroken. They don't, and they're not persistent. And when they fall down, they don't get back up again. And that's why and I don't think this achievement race in our society is that good for us.
Right. And why do you think that's the case? Why are such standards there in our society?
I think because people pressure themselves too much, that they
Mm-hmm.
don't realize that they have to be happy with their own, with what they've earned, and they just think that they have to come first and they have to be the best, and that's what means, and that's winning to them, I guess.
Right. Yeah. So when they don't measure themselves against themselves, that's when achieving and overachieving becoming becomes a challenge. And I think this brings us back to the same definition that you gave, right? Achievement for you is beating yourself. Not beating yourself, but yeah, beating your own set goals.
We have to
Shanze,
compete
what
with
do you
ourselves.
think? Yeah, Sana?
We have to compete with ourselves and not
We have to
others.
compete with ourselves and not others. All right, Shanze, what do you think? This race for achievement, where everybody's out for achieving, is it helping our society or harming our society?
First of all, it's a competitive world,
Mm-hmm.
and right now everyone is in a rat race, like you
Mm-hmm.
mentioned earlier. That is what we need to realize and control. Like we have to differ between achievement and greed.
Ah.
Right
All
now,
right.
there's a culture created in which achievement and success are made the focal points in one's life.
Okay.
And this basically discourages people from stopping every once in a while and appreciating the world around themselves. They only focus on gaining more and more. They don't appreciate what they have right now. So they need to stop that.
Wow, that's interesting. Where we don't appreciate and where we don't have gratitude for what we have right now, and we're in the constant question. That harms the society, right? And then us also. Brianna, what do you think? Achievement, is it good for the society? Going for it always?
Like Shanze said, the world is competitive. Okay. In today's world, nothing comes easy anymore. You can't settle for just average and expect to go places. You need to put yourself out there and in order to actually be the best at what you do. Don't settle for just enough. So if anything, I believe that it does help our society because with an increase of achievements by a person, an increase of new ideas, new thoughts, and so much more are brought in favor for the betterment of upcoming generations. That's what I believe.
Right. So now this is like a catch 22 here, right? That on one hand it moves the society forward. And on one hand it really pumps us up to be better. On the other hand, um, when we as individuals are pressured, and when the race is all about achieving and not just being ourselves, that's when it becomes a challenge. Is
Hmm.
that what I've heard from you girls?
Yeah, pretty
Yes,
much.
no, maybe. Right. All right. So let's put it this way. How can we make it good for the society? Because as Shanze and Sana, as you said, the pressure of achieving and then we're unable to achieve really breaks people sometimes. How can we have a society where we are moving in like we are having a quest for mastery? We want to be better and better, achieve more and more for ourselves, and yet we have a society where it's not about the pressure, but it's not just a rat race. It's something good to live in. Shanze, what do you think? How can we have a society? So if you were advising the adults and the society of today and the society of tomorrow, on how to have the right balance, by being achievement oriented and yet live a life full of gratitude, compassion, and be compassionate to yourself, what would you say? What do we need to do?
I think we need to appreciate what we have right now, and
Mm-hmm.
we should remember our morals. And we should be careful not to hurt anyone else, because nowadays to achieve something, people hurt each other.
Right.
So we
Right.
need to focus on what we are doing, that it's
Right.
not harming anyone else, and we're not
Right.
being too greedy, too ambitious.
Right. So, achieving, but with values, not stepping on others. Sana, what would you say to that? How can we
Um,
teach the society? Yeah.
if I could recommend something to everybody, I would recommend that they set goals for themselves and not
Mm-hmm.
for others, and
Ah,
they try to make themselves happy, and they they do something with the intention to please themselves and not to show something to others that they're the best and they're this and they're that, just to bring them inner satisfaction for themselves.
Wow, interesting. This is such so insightful coming from you guys. Where as in the beginning we spoke about, do our achievements define our self worth, and we said not necessarily. And then again, it's about, are we stepping on others to achieve? Is it about others or is it about me? So achievement should not be linked to what others think or what others say, but it is more about what I want to gain in life and how do I achieve my mastery. Brianna, you want to add something to that?
Yeah, it's not about proving to someone that you're better than them, you know? It's not
Mm-hmm.
right to put others down while you're on while you're on the journey to achieve something that you want.
Mm-hmm.
It's maybe you're different, maybe you're unique, but just don't put others down while you do so. Go on, tell them about what you want to do, tell them how it could make a difference to anything. Yeah. So,
So it's again, it's about what I'm about to do, what I want to do for myself, and
yeah.
and then just move on. Great. All those who are online with us, if you have any questions from our teens, do post them here, and we'll post it for them. As I said in the introduction of this episode, Teen Talks is all about listening to our future and listening to their pure comments, and there are some really insightful things coming in from this episode, especially to all the adults who are here, who are listening. I'm sure you must be seeing how our teens are thinking. It's not about others. The achievement is about my self contention, is about achieving my mastery. Even if I don't make it to the competition, if I'm able to beat my own time, then that's about it. And yes, we do need to be competitive, but we do not need to be competitive by stepping on other people. So I think that's something really interesting. Riaz again has an interesting question. And Riaz, by the way, is in the education sector. So he says, I think our education system, or probably he's in the health sector, I'm not sure, but he says, I think our education system is not that much good, so everyone can explore the real world, but putting themselves in more pressure situation to compete. What do you think? Do our schooling puts that pressure in us and gives us the wrong definition of achievement? Shanze, what do you think about that? Do you think our schooling kills our creativity? Do you think our schooling puts us in this rat race with others?
I think it depends on us that how we. It's there are different perceptions of every person, so we should.
Okay. What do you think about that? What are your perceptions?
I think it's not only the education system but the society pressure,
All right.
the
Okay.
family pressure sometimes, like the
Mm-hmm.
good grades that family say that you need to get good grades
Right.
and measurement for achievement. So it's a change that we have to bring realistically.
Wow, that's powerful. And if your family says anything to you later on, please let them know that this was only for the episode. No, but I think that's so powerful, right? It's a societal pressure that tells us what the measurement for achievement would be, as you said, Shanzit. Those were powerful words. Brianna, what would you say about that? Do our
Um,
school, do our society, do they get us in this rat race and kills the whole idea of achieving mastery, or no?
I mean, see, you're being exposed. Yes, it is a race because everyone's doing their own thing to achieve what they want.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you're being exposed to so many different things that's opening more doors for you. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
believe.
Right. So, but do you think we do feel the pressure, where
Yes.
grades are your measurement, your career is your measurement? You want to be a DJ, great, but if you're unable to be a DJ, then you've achieved nothing in life. Your life is wasted. Do you think it's a pressure, or 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 no? Do you think there's overall pressure from society?
To a certain extent, yes, there is. Because
Right.
like Shanze said, the world is competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be different to survive.
Right.
That's what I
And
would
and
say.
and and and, and this brings me to the next question. Sana, how do we deal with this pressure. But interestingly, we've defined what achievement is for us, right? It is not about others, it is about me, it is about us, right? And yet there is pressure. So Sana, how do we deal with that? What are
Um,
some of your tips to deal with that?
my tips are, like, when you see your marks on a paper, for example, you don't look at the marks, you look at what you did wrong, and you look at what you did wrong, and if you did, and whatever you did wrong, did you study for it? Did you know the answer, but did you already write it wrong? Like my school personally, I think they've done a very good thing. Instead of marks, they give remarks, so children know what they've done wrong and how to improve. And I think that's what takes some of the pressure away.
That's something really interesting. Instead of marks, give remarks to people. So if you don't label them, don't grade them that you are the best or you are A grade or you're B grade. Give them remarks of how they can go they can be better. That's interesting, Sana. Shanze, how do we cope with this pressure that you spoke about? What are some of your tips and coping mechanisms? How do we not really care and yet we care?
I think it would make me disappointed if I do not achieve something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's
Mm-hmm.
true. But we should always keep second options in our mind. Like,
Okay.
if I have kept a second option that if I do not become a doctor, then I can study psychology, or I can be an English teacher or anything. Like, I have kept many branches open in my life.
Mm-hmm. So again, a counter question. Isn't that like so when you have a contingency plan, you're not really confident about your plan? Well, that's what the society says, right? That if you have plan B, then you're not really confident about your plan, you're not really putting in effort for it. What would you say to that?
It depends. I am very strong. I know that I need to ignore those people. I need to
Okay.
believe in myself that yes, I can do that. Because there are many people who will say that no, you can't do that. And
Hmm.
that will challenge your confidence. So you should stay determined, you should try your best. And you should stay happy and positive that yes, I can do this. You should never
Right.
think negative.
Right, that's interesting. I read somewhere these peoples are like garbage trucks. You know, they go around dumping garbage. You just need to keep away from them, otherwise they'll dump their garbage on you. So I think that was powerful, right? Again, as you said, achievement is about me, about where I go in. And yes, I have plan Bs. I may not achieve. We may not necessarily achieve what we set our targets to, but as far as we are moving forward and we're moving forward with satisfaction, then it's good. Gulshan says hi. Brianna, how do we deal with this pressure?
Like
How
I
do we
said
cope with it?
before, like I
Yeah.
said before, don't let anything stop you. Don't let anyone or anything stand in your way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and criticism, I wouldn't say ignore it. You take it
Mm-hmm.
in, you accept it, and don't try to retaliate. The only way you can, overcome that is to prove everyone wrong. Prove that you can do it, and come out strong, come out looking the best.
Right. So don't care for them and then prove them wrong. All right. That's interesting. People, if you have any questions, do drop them here. Riaz, thank you for an amazing question. It really gave us a lot of insight. So interesting. What I've heard up till now is amazing. It's about there is pressure. The world is competitive, and yes, we do need to achieve. Otherwise that human value of achievement would be of no use. And yet achievement or competition is myself. It's about achieving mastery. It's about really going for it. So I think that was amazing. It was some really interesting, insightful things from you guys. Ritvik is saying, "Prove everyone wrong." Beautiful and inspiring words. So yeah, so there are some really inspiring words coming in from Sana, Brianna, and then Shanse. Um, I'll I'll move towards the end of this episode, right? Let's have a quick rapid fire. I'll say a phrase, and you need to answer very quickly the first thing that comes to your mind, right? So let's start with you, Brianna. The minute I say failure, what comes to your mind?
Try again.
Great. Achievement.
Success.
Pressure.
Work harder.
Great. Shanze. Failure.
Determination.
Determination, right? Amazing. All right. Achievement.
Satisfaction.
Hmm. And pressure.
Try harder. Try
Try
again.
harder. All right. Final one, Sana, very quickly. Failure.
Learning,
Pressure.
stress,
Stress. That's true. And achievement.
happiness, inner happiness.
Happiness. Inner happiness, satisfaction. Great, guys. Thank you very much for giving your time. And thank you, everyone who've been online with us. This initiative of Teen Talk comes every Thursday at the same time. The idea is to just really, really listen to our future. And trust me, I go through these episodes again. So we go online and we listen to them again. And there are some really, really insightful things that comes out of these episodes, and then how our teens think. And sometimes it even makes me embarrassed and ashamed, where things that we think are such a big thing, and when you hear the teens and they make it so simple and so easy for us to maneuver in life. So thank you very much, girls, for this.
Thank
um,
you.
Thank you. You guys were great. You guys were great with your insights. We would be sharing this episode on YouTube, and we'll leave it the world to listen to. I'll end this episode with one message that I got from this episode, and it was about achievement is about my happiness. Achieving is about my satisfaction. I should not make achievement my self worth. I should just go ahead, achieve what I really want to achieve. And in case I'm unable to achieve, if I'm able to satisfy myself that I put in the right effort and and I learned from it, and also as one of our participants said, I have a plan B and a plan C, because in life plan B's and plan C's are important. I just keep moving forward, achieving more fiats. Then that's what achievement is all about. Thank you very much, girls. Thank you everyone who joined us. Asira says excellent session and insights, girls. Ritvik says, hearing this talk made me a better man. You are so right. Trust me, and I'm not just making it up. We do a lot of business talks and we talk to a lot of people, but these team talks, they're so how should I say, they're refreshing, because we get to hear, as I say, the unadulterated version of our future. So thank you very much, girls. Do you want to say any last words about achievement, or do we say bye to everyone over here?
If you
Rihanna,
really believe in it, don't let anything stand in your way. Just go for it.
if you really believe in it, don't let anything stand in your way. Just go for it. Great. Sana.
Keep getting up every time you fall.
Oh my God. All right. Keep getting up every time you fall. And you know what? You guys could actually say it because you've practiced it, right? Sana, the first time she spoke, she said, oh, I didn't made it to the competition this time, but I was able to beat my own time. So I'm pretty okay with it. I'm still a junior champion and I will go back and try again. Great. Shanze, final words?
Achievement is never small or big. It is a matter of self satisfaction.
An amazing another one, right? So achievement is not small or big. It is about self-satisfaction. And with this, Salma says, well done, girls. Ritika Green says, beautiful. Thank you very much, guys, for joining. I have somebody thanking me also. David says, Mr. Numan, thank you for that. Thank you, David, for coming in and joining. Thank you, girls. And with this, we'll end our episode. Guys, do watch this episode once again. And if nothing else, in these tough times, trust me, it would be a breath of fresh air and it would really refresh you. Thank you very much, girls, for all the insights. I am signing off from our base, Funworks base in Dubai. Hope to see you guys with our next episode of Teen Talks next Thursday at the same time. Make sure you just press that bell icon on the YouTube so you are subscribed and you could join our episodes again. Great. Thank you very much.